Solution Live. If this is your first time here on my channel, this is a podcast to inspire current entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs. And I bring on entrepreneurs or people who are in business to do things that you may dream of doing. And we're going to see if we can help you get started. Now, this is episode 3. I do have to shout out my sponsor really quickly. This episode is sponsored by Apex Podcasting Solutions, which is the amazing studio that we are in right now. So if you have dreams of starting your podcasting careers, you can start with Apex Podcasting Solution. Your vision is our experience. So episode 3 is really cool. As you can see, we have some beautiful artwork behind me here. And I am sitting down with Melrick. Welcome. Yes. Thank you for coming to my show. No problem. And this is special too, y'all. Episode 3. This is the first male. You're the first male on really? Learn the Solution Live. Yes. So thank you. And we're gonna get into who Melrick is and who is Mel Artistry, because you are an artist, hence the paint. So you're an artist, an author, a father, yes. An entrepreneur, and you're from the city of Chicago.
Yes.
So it's pretty dope. Yes. So tell us who Melrick Artistry is and how you got started.
Well, Melrick Artistry is basically creative versatility. I look at my brand as that. Mm-hmm. And with most of my art you see, it's basically representing culture through art composition. Mm-hmm. And Mel Artistry really started since I was a kid. I used to draw on the walls and get in trouble for it. So art has just been a part of my life, just overall. Yeah. And it's just basically I'm an author, tattoo artist, painter, and I just put it all in one.
And that's Mel Artistry. Yeah. So because you do have a son, I have to ask this, because you got scolded at for drawing on the walls.
Yeah.
Now, if your son goes and draw on the wall, do you let him have at it because you know that it can create something one day in the future? Or are you like, boy, stop drawing on my wall?
No, I would understand. Well, he's actually into art. Oh, nice. And he's not how I was, but he's into digital art. But I always encourage him. Nice.
Okay. Yeah. So what inspired you to start your business? Was it a passion, purpose, or was it necessary?
I would say it was all. Okay. As far as passion is basically like the drive. Mm-hmm. Purpose is, I would say, my direction. And necessity, of course, because I support my son and, my family's legacy.
Right. So you're from Chicago, right?
Yes.
What part of Chicago are you from?
South Side.
South Side? I'm a South Sider. Okay, so being from the South Side and you're an artist, so what was one of the challenges? Because instead of being a basketball player, football player, a rapper, the typical South Side stuff.
Yeah.
How did that come? Like, what was the biggest challenge when they heard that, like, dude, you in here drawing? We outside.
Actually, growing up in class, people wanted me to draw things for them. Mm-hmm. Like, I used to, every day in class is like, hey, when we get done with this work, can you draw me something? So people really, honored me for that my whole life.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Because when I was in class, I told you my story. I can't even draw a circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sucked at art. So that's amazing. And my best friend, Sasha, she had to do the drawing for me because it wasn't in me. Yeah. So coming up and being an artist, what was a mistake that taught you a major lesson as an entrepreneur?
As an entrepreneur coming up, a major lesson, I will say, having a hard time investing early. Mm-hmm. When you first starting out, you really don't get the turnover of profit early, right? But you still want to invest. It takes a while, as you probably might know. Mm-hmm. Building a business is the first money you see. You can't just spend it. It's got to go right. Right, it's not at all, and it takes time. So that's probably something.
So for someone who investing, so what is like the set amount for an artist that you would say it takes to start?
It really depends if you're talking about tattooing or painting. Mm-hmm. I would say it's more expensive being a tattoo artist because of the machines and the certificates and things like that. Mm-hmm. You can start off with a couple $100.
Oh.
Yeah.
Y'all hear that?
It's not where you gotta, have, $2,000. It's, use social media, YouTube. YouTube, a couple $100, and just let it sell.
Market yourself.
Yeah.
So you were a tattoo artist first, right?
Really, I wouldn't say that. As far as
Right,
commissions,
because you started drawing on your mama wall. So
yeah, right. But as far as commissions, yes, tattooing was first,
Yeah.
and then I picked up my painting.
Okay, so because normally that's how it goes. You start on paper, and then artists normally end up drawing on someone's body. So what was that transition like? Like, what made you go from, I can do it on paper, let me try it on your skin?
It was because I was getting tattoos in high school.
Okay.
And my artist, he was like, well, you can draw, you should do it. I was kind of scared, but I went and got a kit and let it sit maybe 6 months. And I just took it from there. Just friends let me tattoo on them.
Shout out to those friends, because that's a big risk to start.
Right.
You can't erase it once it's on your skin. So what's a mistake that taught you a major lesson as being an entrepreneur?
A mistake that's taught me a lesson, I would say being overly generous, with people. It's kind of like you try to build your business at the same time, help them out.
Yes.
Everybody
want a discount.
Yeah, things like that. But I would say that's maybe the biggest flaw.
Okay. So what's one piece of advice you would give future artists? Because we're from Chicago, and, I love to let people like you and I know that their dreams are limitless.
Right.
So if you could tell an artist, a future inspiring artist, on one piece of advice on how to keep going, how to get started, what would it be?
I would say stay innovative. Just, don't try to overthink it. Don't look for too much validation. And just stay focused on your craft. Sometimes you might have to get out your environment and, channel new things and, so it can build a good ground for you.
Yes. So being from Chicago, we do have a unique energy, right?
Right.
So how has the city influenced your business, your style, and your creativity? I see one way is here with this Derrick Rose picture, and it's beautiful. Like, Derrick Rose, if you out there, you need to see it how.
So I actually created this Derrick Rose piece, since the retirement thing. And I know he's a big icon to the city.
Yes.
And he's a family man, so I wanted to make sure that I put that on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And as far as Chicago, what brings out, as far as my energy is it's competitive. It's a lot of talent.
Yeah.
So it's it's competitive, and it's kind of like let's say the struggle. You embrace the struggle, and then the highs.
Yeah.
So
it all comes.
Yeah.
So how do you keep your mindset strong when self-doubt or burnout tries to creep in?
When self-doubt creeps in, like you try to get away, try to maybe go into nature, try to go to more events that's acclimated with what you're doing,
right?
And a lot of times when you have self-doubt, that's just like a lot of negative noise. Sometimes you need rest.
Yes, the mind needs rest.
Yeah.
So how did you switch from tattoo artist to painting to author? What was the transition for that?
Really, the author thing was me trying to get something off my bucket list. I mean, I'm an author, but I don't want people to think that every month I'm making books.
Yeah, no. But I think it's out there that everyone should have a book.
Yeah.
To tell your story.
It was a big accomplishment because I wrote it. I thought it was something that I could never do. And it was special because my son is the co-author. Nice. And the book is actually based on, it's really not about him, but the character is based on him.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's one thing you want people to take away from your book? What's the intention behind it?
I will say unity.
Unity.
So in the book he was on a journey for child hunger, to help child hunger.
Nice.
And he brought his friends together and they all get it done. They fought during it, disagreements, but he fixed it.
That's dope. And that shows that, along the way in the journey of whatever it is we're doing, we're gonna have challenges.
Right.
So with being an artist and being an author, even you said you didn't think you could write a book, right? Because no one really does. So what was like the biggest challenge when you were trying to write the book?
I would say my biggest challenge was just trying to format it. It really wasn't the idea thing because we put our ideas together. It was trying to format it and really hope that it, has success.
Right. So what kind of legacy do you hope to leave for your son and the next generation of entrepreneurs, whether it be artists or whatever it is for an entrepreneur?
What I would like to leave as far as like my legacy, I would say just always stay innovative. Never give up on what you're trying to pursue.
Yeah.
Don't stick to too much validation. Work with what you got at the time. It's not always about the fame thing. It's about what impact that you leave.
The impact. Yeah. Absolutely. If you could go back to your first day in business, what would you tell yourself?
My first day in business, I would say just try to be a student of your craft. You don't know everything, so it's a lot that it's things that I'm still learning every day. If you stick in the mindset that you are always a student of it, you can grow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So because you do painting, so about how many paintings have you done? Like, are you counting, or do you do them weekly, or you try to keep active?
It's crazy because when I started painting, I say 2014, I started painting again, like doing custom shoes. And I started doing one, I did it for my niece. So after that, I did shoes for like Ray Shrimmer.
Nice.
I did some for Odell Beckham.
Nice.
And after that, I want to say I was consistent, and I stopped for a little while, got back into the tattooing. But as far as painting, I try to do it maybe one every month.
So how did you market yourself to big superstars like Odell Beckham? Like, how did you do that? How did that come about?
It really was just, the DM on Instagram. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yep.
So about how long does it take to paint something like this? Is it a name for this art here? Because it's beautiful.
This one is called, this is my latest, it's called The Quiet Radiance. And it's actually done with oil paint. This is my first time doing oil paint. Wow. So half is oil paint. This other half is acrylic, which dries fast. So this one is still in a drying process, even though it's like 3 weeks old.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's basically about albinism to show that just because they don't have the melanin that we have, it still doesn't separate us from heritage and culture.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. It's beautiful. And do you hand this, or do you trace it out first, and this is just all?
No, it's just an all white canvas, and I just draw with pencil.
Man.
And it takes,
that's talent.
Yeah, it takes like a week. It just depends on how hard I'm going, but it takes like a week.
So do you plan to do any like coaching or mentoring in the future for people who want to get started and they just have a white canvas and they don't know where to start?
Right.
Like,
I actually plan to it's a, what is that called? It's like School. Have you heard of that? It's called School. It's a new app. I think
for like the
where you can teach people. You can. I was considering that, but in the future, I don't know. I really want to open like an art gallery, and
I think you should do it.
Yeah, and try to help people. Yeah, try to help.
The issue is, how does someone go from a white canvas to their room inside of an art gallery or art studio?
Okay, first you want to start with a CV resume. So a CV resume is like a job application, and you want to put all your artist accomplishments in it. Then you want to reach out maybe on Instagram or a website to an art gallery, which they have curators, and curators are people who recruit work for it. And once you send it to them, email them, they'll get back to you. And if you are selected for an art show or exhibition, they pretty much ask you what's the price of your work. So they post it in there, and they let people, usually it's like a month, open for like a month, and if someone buy it, you get paid that way.
So do they like try to negotiate prices, or is your price your price?
Yeah, your price is really your price. A lot of times they'll select you based on if they know that you know the value of your work. They really don't try to play with your numbers like that. So
do you think they're able to tell just by the CV resume whether you're confident in your work or you really do know the value? Because sometimes when you're out here in business, people try to devalue your business all the time. Like, oh, well, you say it's worth this, but I got this.
Right. Well, it's best to get a gallery that's more fit for your style, because all galleries won't accept it. It's not saying that you have bad work. It's just some galleries want more abstract, or some might want more realism or, animation. So, yeah.
So for the business part of it, how quickly are you paid once they accept your art and, they say, okay, now you're in the gallery? What's the next step?
The next step, when someone wants to purchase it, they put like a little sticker on it, a little red sticker, and they contact you about it, and they just pay you out then. Sometimes it might take a couple weeks.
Nice.
You know, but yeah, it's the payout is immediate.
So have you been featured in a lot of galleries and exhibitions?
My last gallery, exhibition was in Evanston. It's called Vicinity Biennial,
Nice.
and it comes every 2 years.
Okay.
And yeah, it was a jury selection, so I didn't bring the one that was selected today, but yeah.
I can imagine. So have you ever been invited to Art Basel?
I was invited, but I didn't go because it was like last minute, and I wasn't prepared with the material I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down to get to one.
Yeah.
I heard it's a good time
nice.
because it's
Yeah,
in Miami
nice.
too. So is it always in Miami?
Yeah.
Okay.
They actually have have you ever been to the Chicago Expo Chicago?
I have.
In Navy
Yes.
Pier? Yeah, it's nice.
Yes,
That's
it's
like
beautiful.
the biggest Chicago.
Have you done one of those?
No, I didn't.
No? Okay.
So you have to really, with that, you have to be a family with a gallery, kind of, you know.
And how do you join the family with a gallery?
Just reaching out when they have applications open as far as they're looking for, to in-house artists or whatever like that to mentor. It's very competitive because it's so many artists out there, but yeah.
I can imagine. So is physical painting the same as tattoo artistry? Because I know they have tattoo shows and just like they do art shows. So what's the correlation with the two?
It's just totally different. I would say it's like night and day, and that's pretty much what I'm trying to do with my work, bringing the two together because it's kind of like a bias on both sides, like you know. But as far as with the tattoo art, conventions are good to go to get exposure, and trying to get a shop to apprentice you, which is like mentoring you.
So do you think it's more money in tattoo art or physical painting?
I will say day to day is more into tattooing, but over time, you know, you can grow more value in your works.
Right, because
you know,
sale one.
Right, because you know, Basquiat, he's actually a lot of his works is going for like 50 million.
Yeah. Well, Melrick, I thank you for coming and bringing your beautiful artwork, Mel Artistry. I am definitely going to support because I need a tattoo. I'm gonna be scared, but
oh yeah, it'll be cool.
But I'm gonna come and I'm definitely gonna trust you on my skin because these are beautiful. So
Thank
I know
you.
you're crazy with the ink pen. So
appreciate it.
You guys, this is Lauren the Solution Live. This is episode 3, and we were sitting down with Mel Artistry today. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe. All the links to what we discussed today will be in the description section. And again, Apex Podcasting Solution is here for all your podcasting needs. It'll be your vision, our experience. So let Apex do the work for you. All right, y'all. This is Lauren the Solution, and we're out. Thank you, Mary.
Thank